I'm Jackie Shopes, and this is Challenge Accepted. As you can see, I am dripping wet. Well, you might ask why. Well, let me tell you, we are here at Laurelville Retreat Center, and we are going to learn to paddleboard. Now, I just experienced it, and it was so much fun. You can have private sessions. You can actually go to the lake at times, and they'll take you out. It's amazing. So why don't you go ahead and sit back and watch me learn to paddleboard. I'm here with Erica Davis, the program director of Laurel Highlands YMCA, as well as Mary Kaufman, the program director of Laurelville Retreat Center. This is a beautiful pool you have here.
Thank you. It's a few years old.
Yeah.
Yep, brand new. We love it. New welcome center, new pavilion going up behind us. Yep.
This is beautiful. I love your playground.
Well, thank you so much. It actually was bequested from the YMCA of Laurel Highlands. So another collaboration between our nonprofits. Yeah.
So I know we're here today because we're going to do something special. And YMCA, like you said, collaborates with Laurelville. Tell me a little bit about what we are collaborating on today.
So today we are working on our paddleboard lessons. I do stand-up paddleboard lessons here at the pool at Laurelville. We've partnered up to do this. We started at the beginning of last summer, and we just got a few weeks in at the end of last summer. It was nice to be able to do that with COVID. It was something safe that we could offer to people outdoors. So we were really excited to offer that, and we had a good turnout for that last year. And we were hoping to start with a lot earlier in the season this year so that we could service a lot more people and get more people introduced to the stand-up paddleboard.
Very good. So if someone wants to come paddleboard, how do we get in touch with you or Laurelville? How do we get lessons for this?
So the registration is through the YMCA of Laurel Highlands. We do it on our end. So if you are already in the YMCA system, you can register online. Otherwise, you would stop into the front desk at the YMCA and sign a program registration form and pay the $15 fee. It's $15 per person per half-hour session.
Very nice. Absolutely.
We also have a Facebook event, and our website has the links to sign up and register.
Okay, very good. So either way, we could get to YMCA Laurel Highlands, or we could come to Laurelville on the website and sign up for paddleboarding. Excellent. How difficult is paddleboarding? I'm going to ask you first because I know you said that you paddleboarded. So how difficult was it?
So it was really a lot of fun. It's one of those things you can't help but laugh and smile the whole time you're doing it. And Erica is an excellent instructor. So when we had an open session and I was helping her last year, I actually got up and learned how to do it. And it was, the thing I liked the most was that you can see in the water and that I felt safe the whole time. And then I knew how to get up on the board safely. And I knew when I fell in, she showed me how to get back on the board safely in the water. And then we went to the lake very recently after that. And I learned how, I fell right in, but I knew how to, I wasn't afraid. I knew how to get back on the paddleboard. So it has a real life application. And I had such a great time. I loved it.
How exciting. How long have you been paddleboarding?
I think I started 6 or 7 years ago. My first time, I was actually visiting a friend in Texas, and we paddleboarded on a lake, on a river in Texas for the first time.
Did you paddleboard down the river?
Both. Well, yeah, you go down, then you have to come back.
So someone doesn't come pick you up. You have to.
It's a little bit difficult. Yeah, it's not like a journey one way. Yeah, so.
Can we learn how to paddleboard today?
Absolutely.
Well, how excited! I'm so excited. Am I going to fall in? I mean, what is the likelihood of me actually falling in?
So I'm going to make you get in because I'm going to teach you how to onboard and get back on your board in the event that you do happen to fall in. You probably won't fall in by yourself, though.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to get prepped and ready, mentally prepped and ready for getting on this paddleboard. Thank you so much, ladies.
Awesome. I can't wait.
Thank you.
All right. I have my life vest on, so I feel nice and safe. And I know you said that it's important to wear a life vest. Can you explain why? I mean, we're in a pool. Why is it important to wear a life vest?
Sure. In the pool, you're comfortable and the water's not very deep, but I like to give the true experience. So if you do ever come out for a session at the lake with me or somewhere else, you should always wear your life vest for safety reasons. And so I just like to give, a true experience now so that you know what you're going to have later.
Very good. Yeah, that makes complete sense. So I see you got our paddle boards and our oars. Are they called oars?
Paddles.
Paddle. Oh, hence the paddle board. So these are paddles that we're going to get on. I know nothing about paddle boards. So, I mean, I need from A to Z on how I even manage this thing.
Sure, no problem. So we have 2 different boards here, and you can try out both of them today if you'd like. But one of the things about the pool here, it's great that we have the gradual entry because this mimics, again, the lake. Okay. So you would have a gradual entry like this. On the bottom of the boards, I can show you, there are fins This one just has a single fin, if you see.
Yeah.
The other one has 3 fins.
Okay.
But we want to make sure not only are we protecting ourselves, but we're also protecting the equipment when we enter the water. So when we're in very shallow water like this, we never want to stand up on our boards.
Okay.
Because if you fall out there and when you're standing up, you're just going to get wet. If you fall here, you're going to fall and hit the bottom or hit the rocks at the lake, and you don't want to do that. So we always enter and exit on the board with on our knees only. And you never stand up until you're out in the deeper water.
And you paddle out to the deep water, right?
We'll paddle out on our knees. And we also want to make sure that the fin is in the back of the board, and so we don't, break the fin or something like that when we come in closer to the shore.
Okay, very good. How do I get on this? Like,
That's what I'm gonna do.
can I just like flop on it?
You probably could. So the way that I usually tell people is the handle here, the black, is kind of your center point. So when we're on our knees, we want that handle to be kind of in between our knees, centered, and that's, you want to center your body weight on the board. Your knees should be about shoulder width apart. And then we're gonna get on our board. We're actually gonna be facing that direction. So we're gonna need to paddle backwards first to start.
Oh man, this is tricky.
It's fine. You'll have a great time.
Excellent.
But yeah, so to paddle backwards, you start at the back of your board and paddle towards the front. So you don't have to get very deep in the water, and we'll hold the paddles kind of in the middle, not like on the end, which will be different when you stand up.
All right.
So-
I guess, can we try to mount these?
Absolutely.
All right, sounds good. Okay, so Erica's gonna show us how to get onto the board without me flopping on it to begin with. So I'm gonna watch you very closely.
So you just want to secure your paddle underneath one of these bungees so it doesn't fall away. And then again, this is your center point. So you're going to step with your knee and farthest away from you. So across the board, and then bring your other knee up. And again, this is your center point. So you just want to adjust once you're up here and you feel good and stable. So you can either be up like this or down, whatever's more comfortable for you. This is just a matter of comfort.
Nice. All right, can I try?
Absolutely.
Ready for this. I don't know. This is scary. Oh, okay. It's not as bad as what I thought it was. Okay. All right. Am I good?
Yep, you're all
right.
set.
Oh,
You're
I'm
centered.
I'm a little wobbly.
It's a little wobbly. but
Okay.
you're fine. And then if you can pull your paddle out.
Okay.
How do you feel?
I feel good. I feel good because I'm on my knees. I don't know about how I'm gonna feel when I'm on my feet. Can I?
Yeah, backwards paddle.
All right. Oh.
You're not gonna hurt anything if you run into the sides.
Okay. Oh, this is fun. Look at this. All right.
Now when you're going backwards,
Uh-huh.
you notice if you paddle a good bit this way, your board turns that
Okay.
direction. Now when you paddle forward, the opposite will be true.
Okay. All right.
So if you want to go ahead and paddle forward on that side,
Okay.
it'll turn your boat around.
Oh, yeah.
You're ready to go to the deep water.
I think I am. All right, so I'm floating, and I don't think I'm supposed to, but what should I do now? I'm here, and I'm feeling slightly stable.
So we're just gonna practice
Okay.
paddling before, just so you get the feel of steering before you actually stand up.
Okay.
So if you paddle forward on your right side, your boat's gonna kind
Okay.
of turn to the left.
Okay.
And if you paddle forward on the left, your boat turns to the right.
All right.
The opposite is true whenever you paddle backwards.
Okay, so just paddle.
Yep, just back and forth to kind of keep
Okay.
yourself steady and straight.
All right. Go. Woohoo! What if I accidentally beat this?
Oh, you'll be all right. You're not gonna hurt anything. So now when you turn around, you can paddle backward, and it'll give you a nice turn around. A backwards paddle is a really easy steering, but you don't want to be going forward with a lot of momentum and then suddenly backwards paddle, because that could turn your boat sideways. You're not probably going to run into that here at the pool, but maybe if you do a lake session when you kind of have some open water.
I don't want to be tipping.
Right. So how you feeling?
I feel pretty good. A little wobbly still, but I'm good. I feel confident.
Good.
So, can you please demonstrate how to stand so that I can learn to stand?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Again, this is your center point, so you want that to be in the center of your knees. You might want to step forward a little bit with your feet, so that's the center of your feet. And then you want to make sure you're standing up on both feet at the same time, and you just pop right up. If you do try to stand up one foot instead of the other, your boat's gonna probably tip. So you want to make sure you plant your feet about shoulder width apart and just stand up. And don't forget your paddle.
Okay.
Back up a little bit. All right. You got it. Look at you. Oh my. You want to try and wiggle your heels out just a little bit so your feet are parallel. Good. Okay. How do you feel?
I feel super wobbly.
So you ready?
Yeah.
Have an option for this.
Okay.
Take your hand and fold it over the top of the paddle. And you're good there. And you want it just the same as you did before. But you're going to have to switch hands whenever you switch sides.
Okay. Oh,
Get out of your way.
oh dear.
No, don't worry about me. I'll get out of your way.
All right. I feel like I'm gonna crash.
If you feel really unstable, you just drop back down to your knees.
Should you have your knees bent a little bit?
So that's a great question. You should definitely have your knees just a slight bend, just so you have some give.
Yeah. That's much better.
Now if you paddle backwards, you'll turn around. You're doing great. Now go ahead and forward paddle.
I'm super wobbly.
That's very normal for your first time.
Okay.
And if you, well, a 30-minute session in the pool might not do it, but if you go on the lake the first time, most people the first time are very tense, and they're muscles that you don't always use, so you probably will be sore.
Ah, nice.
It's a lot of stabilizing muscles, a lot of core muscles.
Okay. Oh. So, now, how do I get off?
So you can drop down to your knees first, and then you can just slide off your board, or you can jump off the board if you like. You could just flop right over.
Okay.
But we do want to always practice entering onto the board in the deeper water, because if you would fall off and you're at the lake, you're not going to have the bottom to push off of.
Right.
You're just going to need to use your own arm strength to push yourself back up on the board.
Nice. So you want me to plop off?
Yep.
Alright. So, should
I would tuck that underneath a bungee.
do this?
Yep. Slide into the water. We're in.
I fell off the pool. That's my life vest though.
This is a good demonstration of why your life vest should be nice and snug so it doesn't come up over your face if you do fall in the water.
Go away. Okay.
This is not glamorous for anyone, so just putting it out there. So we're going to act like we're at the lake, so we're not going to push off the bottom of the pool.
Okay.
We're going to let our legs dangle behind us, either give a good stiff kick and push your arm, or pull on the handle.
Okay.
So your goal is the handle and the other side of the board, and bring your body up onto the board. Like that.
Okay.
Oops. And then throw a leg over. Very graceful. And then the other leg.
Okay.
And then you just want to reposition yourself on the board.
Okay. Nice.
Ready to give it a try?
Oh yeah, this is gonna look good. Alright.
You got it.
I look pretty Oh, that's not too bad. Yeah. Okay.
So now you've conquered your fear. You can go to the lake and you don't have to worry about falling in.
And I can just enjoy myself. On a park boat. That was easy. That wasn't as hard as I thought that it would be really hard to do, but it's not as hard as what I thought it was.
A lot of people don't want to stand. I have a friend who has a board and she never stands on it. She sits like she does in a kayak, so you can sit like on your bottom with your feet up. The only difference is that you only have a one-sided paddle instead of two. But you can, I mean, you can do it like that.
Oh yeah.
You can do it on your knees.
How nice. This is exciting.
You can do yoga on the board.
Yeah. So I did hear that the pool is heated.
It is, yes.
Which is nice because on those chillier days, it makes it for a good experience of paddleboarding that you don't have to worry about having freezing cold water.
Absolutely.
Well, that was amazing. I really enjoyed this. Very nice. Thank you. I've been challenged to attempt a somersault without falling off. Right?
Been done.
The goal is to not fall. I haven't had a somersault in years.
Right?
I don't even know what a somersault is. At first I was thinking a cartwheel, but then that didn't make sense. Then I remember what a somersault was.
So, just tuck your head and roll.
Oh. Ah! I did it.
You did it.
Woo! I did it and I fell off. Oh well.
And you had fun doing it,
I
right?
did. That was fun. So, you told me that we have people who come here and it's private lessons. The pool's closed and it's not open to the public. Private lessons until noon. The age group, you said 8 to
85.
85 years old. That'd be like my grandma coming to paddleboard.
Yeah,
I should bring her.
Yeah. I mean, the beautiful thing about the pool is you don't have to be intimidated by anything.
Yeah.
Everyone feels safe in the water here.
Well, this was a fantastic experience. Thank you so much for allowing us to join you today in this wonderful environment. I mean, you guys, like, this is beautiful here.
Absolutely.
Just beautiful. So thank you again.
Thanks for coming.
Absolutely. Mary and Erica, that was a wonderful experience that you guys have here. I am so happy that we have something like this real close to Mount Pleasant, Connellsville, Somerset. I mean, it's just remarkable. You were telling me a little bit about your pool hours. Can you just remind me again, because I know that it's crucial.
Yes, so the public is welcome to come swim, but they need to make a reservation by either calling 724-423-2624 and leave a message, or they can email pool@laurelville.org. They just need to let us know how many people and the date, and we will pencil them in because we have slots
Right.
that we can open.
Of course. I like how the email is pool. That's so easy to remember. pool@laurelville.org. Well, Erica, you are a wonderful instructor. Thank you so much for all your help.
Oh, thanks so much for coming out today.
Absolutely. I'm Jackie Chokes, and this is Challenge Accepted.